In the darkness of Eldoria's underworld, there stood a grand and vast black palace, known as the Dark Palace of the Underworld. The queen of this dark palace had another name, but she was called the Dark Queen. She ruled completely over the magical darkness of Underworld, and was the supreme queen of all the demonic beings who bowed before her. The Dark Queen was inside the royal chamber of her palace. Her skin was pitch black. She wore a large and towering golden crown. Dressed in a red garment, her black face with large white eyes and thick red lips made her look like a terrifying woman. The Dark Queen had 4 hands, each gripping a weapon. One held a sword, another an axe, the third a dagger, and the fourth a massive mace. These 4 weapons were still in her hands. Since she was a demonic being, she never blinked, and her feet were twisted. Her appearance was so horrifying that if a human saw her, they would either faint from fear or die instantly from shock. The Dark Queen sat alone in her royal chamber when suddenly she heard a loud scream. It was the scream of a woman. The sound startled the Dark Queen. "Is that you, Kanyage?" The Dark Queen spoke in a sharp voice, looking around. "Yes, Dark Queen, it is me, Kanyage." "Allow me to appear before you," came the shrieking voice of the woman. "You are permitted," the Dark Queen said arrogantly. As soon as she spoke, flames erupted from the ground, and within moments the fire transformed into an old woman with black skin like the Dark Queen's. However, her hair was as white as snow, and she was hunched over. She leaned on a staff that writhed like a snake, but despite its support, her body trembled violently, as if she were suffering from a severe illness. Her white hair covered most of her face, and from behind those strands, her small, dim eyes peered at the Dark Queen. "What news have you brought, Kanyagi?" the Dark Queen asked, studying her intently. "It is bad news, my queen," the old woman said in a trembling voice, causing the Dark Queen to jolt upright. "Bad news? What do you mean?" "Tell me quickly," the Dark Queen demanded in a loud, urgent tone. "Emperor Adrian Blackwood and Queen Morgana Magic have learned about the royal crown," Kanyagi said, making the Dark Queen leap up in shock. "What? How did they find out about the royal crown?" the Dark Queen shrieked. Kanyagi then explained everything, including how Emperor Adrian Blackwood and Queen Morgana Magic had sought permission from the spirit of the samurai sorcerer to enter his enchanted realm and retrieve the royal crown. Upon hearing this, the Dark Queen became deeply troubled. "Oh no! Emperor Adrian Blackwood is the king of sorcerers and the most powerful wizard in this world. If he enters the enchanted realm, he will easily retrieve the royal crown. If he gets the crown, I will be forever deprived of it. But I want the crown for myself. I want to place it upon my head and become the queen of the Kalut clan jinns. By enslaving these jinns, I will bring my dark world into the human world and rule over the light. Only the Kalut jinns can fulfill this dream of mine, but only if they become my slaves. Ever since I learned about the royal crown, I have been desperate to obtain it. I had my demonic beings investigate its truth, and through my dark powers, I discovered that only one human in this world could claim it. His name is Darius Locke. He is the sworn enemy of sorcerers and witches. Only he possesses the strength to enter the enchanted realm and retrieve the royal crown. Following the advice of my demonic followers, I searched for Darius Locke and set a trap for him. I tricked him into committing a crime. I had him unknowingly kill a real snake, a shape-shifting snake. Since Darius Locke acted without thinking and took the life of an innocent snake, he became guilty of its unjust death. As a result, I captured him and brought him to my world, imprisoning him inside a grave. My demonic beings are pressuring him to surrender and become my servant. Once he obeys me, I will send him into the enchanted realm to bring back the royal crown at my command. Until he killed an innocent and became a criminal, I could not bring him into the underworld with me. Even if he unknowingly helped me, he has killed an innocent snake who was the prince of the snake world of Eldoria. Now all the snakes of the world are searching for Darius Locke to take revenge for their prince's death. No matter where in the world Darius Locke goes, the snakes will find him and avenge their prince. Before the snakes take their revenge on Darius Locke, I will send him into Samri's enchantments so that he may retrieve the royal crown of the Kalut clan's chief for me. If he brings me the royal crown, he can return to his world. As soon as he arrives, the snakes of underworld will find him and kill him. I do not care whether he lives or dies. All I know is that, according to my dark powers, only Darius Locke, among all humans, can enter Samrai's enchantments, conquer them, and retrieve the fallen royal crown of the Kalut clan for me. But he can only bring me the royal crown if he becomes my slave and follows my commands. I have imprisoned him in abyssal prison and placed Magalu and Chugi upon him, who will force him to become my slave no matter what. If he refuses to serve me and retrieve the royal crown from Samrai's enchantments, I will send him back to his world. Since he is guilty of killing the Snake Prince, the snakes will not spare him under any circumstances. In that case, I will find another way to obtain the royal crown from Samrai's enchantments. And now, you tell me that even Emperor Adrian Blackwood and Queen Morgana Magic have learned about the royal crown. This is truly a disaster. Emperor Adrian Blackwood will enter Samrai's enchantments at any cost and seize the crown. If he gets the royal crown, he will gain control over all the powers of the Kalut clan's jinns. No, this cannot happen. I will not let this happen. The royal crown is mine, only mine. Even if I have to wage war against Emperor Adrian Blackwood and Queen Morgana Magic of the realm of Hoshruba, I will do so. That crown belongs to me, and me alone. The Dark Queen spoke continuously, her voice filled with extreme rage. If you send Darius Locke into Samrai's enchantments, he still won't be able to obtain the royal crown alone, my queen, Kanyagi said. The Dark Queen turned to her in surprise. What? What do you mean? What are you saying? I followed Emperor Adrian Blackwood and Queen Morgana Magic, my queen. I heard their conversation with the spirit of Samri. According to the spirit of Samri, neither Emperor Adrian Blackwood nor anyone else can enter his enchantments, Kanyagi said, and then revealed the conversation that took place between Adrian Blackwood, Queen Morgana Magic, and Samrai's spirit. She also told the Dark Queen what Emperor Adrian Blackwood and Queen Morgana Magic discussed after returning to their palace. Oh, so you are saying that unless both Darius Locke and Emperor Adrian Blackwood enter Samrai's enchantments, no one can retrieve the royal crown from there? The Dark Queen said in an astonished tone. Yes, my queen, Emperor Adrian Blackwood is the Emperor of Sorcerers, the most powerful magician in the world, while Darius Locke is the only human who has slain countless sorcerers and witches. These two alone have the ability to enter Samrai's enchantments and succeed. No one else can reach the royal crown or retrieve it from there, Kanyagi said. Oh, then Adrian Blackwood will surely claim the crown for himself, the Dark Queen said angrily. Yes, my queen, I see the royal crown resting upon Emperor Adrian Blackwood's head. I see Queen Morgana Magic placing the crown upon Emperor Adrian Blackwood's head in a grand court, Kanyagi said. Hearing this, the Dark Queen flared up in anger. She abruptly rose to her feet, and her eyes began to blaze like fire. What nonsense are you talking, Kanyagi? I desire to obtain the royal crown, and you say that you see it resting upon Emperor Blackwood's head. The Dark Queen screamed in anger. I am seeing the future, my queen, but I also see you there. If you allow, I can give you some advice, Kanyagi said. Fine, give me your advice. Your advice has never been wrong, and it has always benefited me, the Dark Queen said, suppressing her rage. Let Darius Locke and Emperor Adrian Blackwood enter Samrai's enchantments. When they overcome the enchantments and reach the royal crown, Emperor Adrian Blackwood will claim it. His greatest desire will be to have Queen Morgana Magic place the crown upon his head before his court. He will take the crown back to his palace, and when the coronation ceremony is about to take place in Emperor Adrian Blackwood's court, you must be there as well. Before Queen Morgana Magic places the crown on his head, you must snatch it from her and place it on your own head. The moment you do that, you will become the queen of the Kalut clan's jinns. Neither Queen Morgana Magic nor Emperor Adrian Blackwood will be able to harm you. And since the royal crown will be on your head, they will be forced to bow before you, Kanyagi explained. Upon hearing this, a look of joy appeared on the Dark Queen's face. Oh, this is perfect. I can do this easily. I will never let Queen Morgana Magic place the royal crown on Emperor Adrian Blackwood's head. The moment she tries to do so, I will strike her like lightning, burn her to ashes, and snatch the crown for myself. Then I will become the queen of the Kalut clan's jinns. They will be my slaves, only mine, the slaves of the Dark Queen, she said, in a tone filled with delight. Then you must release Darius Locke from his grave. Queen Morgana Magic is searching for him to take him to realm of Hoshruba, Kanyagi advised. But if I release Darius Locke and send him back to his world, the Snakeys of Underworld will reach him in an instant and kill him to avenge their prince's death, the Dark Queen said in a worried tone. Until Darius Locke and Emperor Adrian Blackwood destroy Samurai's enchantments together, it is your responsibility to protect Darius Locke from the snakes, my queen. You must ensure that the snakes do not reach him. Only you can prevent them from doing so, Kanyagi said. But how? How can I stop the snakes from reaching Darius Locke? The Dark Queen asked. To protect Darius Locke from the snakes, you must create an entity within your demonic lineage that carries the scent of Darius Locke's sweat. Then send that entity into a cave. The snakes, sensing the scent, will reach the cave and mistake it for Darius Locke. They will kill the entity, believing they have taken their revenge. This way, they will be satisfied and leave the real Darius Locke alone, Kanyagi explained. Since you say that only Darius Locke and Emperor Adrian Blackwood can destroy Samurai's enchantments together, I have no choice but to follow your advice. I must sacrifice one of my demonic creations in Darius Locke's likeness to the snakes. They will not rest until they have killed Darius Locke, and it is necessary to give them peace. Very necessary. Go now and create a being within my demonic lineage that bears the scent of Darius Locke's sweat. Release it into the world. Wherever it goes, the snakes will track it down and kill it. That way, their revenge will be complete, and the real Darius Locke will be safe from them, the Dark Queen commanded. Very well, my queen. Once the snakes believe they have killed Darius Locke and return to their world, I will inform you. Then you may release the real Darius Locke from his grave so that Queen Morgana Magic can take him to realm of Hoshruba. From there, he and Emperor Adrian Blackwood will proceed into Samurai's enchantments, Kanyagi said. The Dark Queen nodded in agreement,